Welcome to the complete animation of Sylvia Marpole from an extremely goofy movie. Now, this movie is actually a really good sequel to a very good movie. The original Goofy movie is an all time classic of smaller animation studios making really good movies. I'm surprised that that movie had a theatrical release and this one didn't, because holy cow, an extremely goofy movie is so high quality. Just the sheer visual integrity of it all the lines are really clean, all of the backgrounds are perfectly detailed. Like, this movie is so good on a technical level. And one of the crazy things about it is not only is it technically really good, artistically it's also incredible as well, because just look at the character animation throughout. There are so many characters that just move so well, and the shots are so long. Like, when you see a cut in the footage, like it jumps, like the camera just cuts from one scene to another one. Like, all of those things are thought of and accounted for by the animators. And animators work on a cut by cut basis. It's like, during the creation process, they have the storyboards, where basically the storyboards, if they're done correctly, are a shot by shot um like plan for the entire movie. And this movie does a really good job of bringing its storyboards to life. Although I think that some of the storyboards might have been cut out for probably pacing or budget issues, because there are some scenes later on that don't really seem to make sense. Like, there's a scene near the just after the halfway point of the movie, where Sylvia is like preparing for a like party for Goofy, and not really sure, like it never really shows like why that was happening. Like, it never said that they had another date planned or something. But yeah, so this bit where Goofy and Sylvia get all dressed up in their best 70s dance wear is probably the most famous part of this movie. Yeah, I think that her outfit here is a little bit, it's like kind of on the outskirts of what you would usually expect to see in this kind of a Disney film. But whatever, they make it work. But yeah, let's talk about Sylvia. She is a really interesting character. It's like, when you think about the whole Goofy and Max, you're like, oh, so what happened to Max's mom? And I don't think it's ever been like said explicitly, but from what I've gathered, she died. So Goofy is a widower, and so Goofy finding another love interest is like a pretty nice thing, you know? And the the thing that is just like the craziest thing is that Sylvia, she is like one of the most genuine characters ever. Like, she's into weird 70s stuff, even though it's like clearly implied that she's not nearly old enough to have like had her heyday at that point in time. It's like, she is a weirdo. It's like almost anybody could look at her and be like, "Oh, you're into that sort of stuff. You're a weirdo." But she's so genuine. She's just such a well-written character, and the fact that this well-written character is the love interest for one of the characters who is like one of the most overtly weird in all of animation. It's like Goofy is designed from the ground up to be clumsy and like I don't know. I think that their relationship feels good. And it's like they immediately bonded. And even though she got really offended when he didn't show up to the event that they had, it's like, yeah, like this whole relationship just makes sense. I think that a Goofy movie and this sequel did a really good job of taking some of the most cartoonishly weird characters and just doing interesting and believable and appealing things with them. Now, one other thing I'll say about this movie is it has some really good dances. Like, especially during the end credits scene coming up here, they had a thing where it's like all the characters, had their dance move going on, and it's just so good. It's done so well. Like, I know nothing about dancing. I can't dance myself, but I do know that I like the dancing that goes on in this movie during the scene at the dance club and here at the very end. And I really appreciate that this ending scene, they took the time to show her dancing, in her librarian outfit. And also let her really rip using her 70s dance outfit. My headcanon is that Sylvia specifically uses contacts just for this because she uses glasses otherwise. Thanks for watching.